Hey everyone, this is Scott from Forgot to Grow Up. Welcome to our X-Men Dark Phoenix spoiler review. I just got back from seeing X-Men, the latest X-Men movie to come out, and I just want to share my spoiler thoughts on this. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, or if you care about hearing spoilers, you shouldn't watch this video. If you don't care, or if you've already seen it, welcome to my spoiler thoughts. I did share my general spoiler-free thoughts in another video, which I'll link in the card thing and below. Be sure to check that out for just my general thoughts about the movie. This one's going to be focused around mainly some of those, like I said, spoiler stuff that I really enjoyed that I just want to talk a little bit more about. So yeah, some of the stuff is mainly focused really around the use of the X-Men's abilities. I thought this movie did a great job of using each of their characters' individual abilities. You didn't feel at any point like some of them forgot what their abilities were, which in some of the other X-Men's, particularly in the last one in Apocalypse, it felt like sometimes they forgot what their own abilities were in certain times, particularly in fights. But this one, I thought they all did a great job of like actually using their abilities, and you actually get to see what they are, and like the fact that they're all pros with this. They've been doing this for at least 10 years in the movie universe. Like, we haven't seen that. It's only been a few years since Apocalypse, but they've been doing it for 10 years in this movie universe, and so they're all like pros with their abilities, and they're working great as a team until the team gets broken up. But I thought it was really great the way they use the abilities. Cyclops is just blasting everything he can. At one point during one of the final battles, he does an awesome little deflection off of a cab, and I'm just like, that's what I want to see in the Cyclops, one with great abilities that you, like, who's a pro with it, who's confident in it. A lot of the times we've got a lot of these characters kind of not being super confident in their abilities, not feeling like it's out of control. And in this one, you felt like all of them except for the Dark Phoenix were completely in control of their abilities and able to use them. Storm does a great job. Nightcrawler was so great in this one, especially in one of the final battles. But the final battle, actually, when he sees an innocent person get killed, he snaps and he goes, he goes Nightcrawler the way you want to see Nightcrawler go when he's a little mad, which is just using his ability to the fullest extent. Because when you can teleport, you can do pretty much, well, not anything, but you can do, you're a tough one to beat. And so, plus he's got a tail, and he used that thing great at the final scene. I thought that was great. Quicksilver, he had a great scene at the beginning of the movie, and then I felt like he wasn't even in the rest of the movie, to be honest. That was a little bit strange. I completely lost track of him at some point. I was like, I was trying to think about it after the movie. I'm like, where was he after? Like, he got knocked out at one point, and then he gets knocked out by Jean, and I guess that banged him up pretty bad. But then we don't really see him until the end when he gets captured, and I don't really remember what he does at the end scene at all. Yeah. So Quicksilver was a little bit like hit or miss, but he had a great scene in the beginning in the outer space, when they're in outer space in the shuttle, and the team. That's when I really enjoyed it. Like, right off the bat, we see how this team works together. They use their abilities. It's Nightcrawler teleporting over to the shuttle to save the astronauts. Quicksilver doing his thing, zipping through, getting them all unlocked, getting them all to Nightcrawler, who gets them all back on the ship. I just thought that was really great. I thought it was really well done. I've already mentioned Nightcrawler a bunch of times, but I thought they did a really great job using his abilities the way they're supposed to be, or like at least the way they explain that which is that he has to be able to see where he's going in order to do it. And I just thought they did a really good job with that and all their abilities. Professor X actually uses his powers for the most part, like except for when there's another psychic who's more powerful than him, but that's understandable. Dark Phoenix is very powerful. Jean is very powerful, but he does actually use it, like especially in the one scene where they're trying to go save Jean at one point, and he's actually fighting off another psychic while trying to help out the team at the same time. It's really great. He's actually in the action a lot of the time. He's kind of just knocked out of the action and doesn't use his powers. But this one, they did a great job of actually using his powers. Beast, I haven't mentioned him. Beast was good. They have got a weird thing with Beast. I don't really have a problem with it. I understand hardcore comic book fans would definitely maybe not like the choice with Beast, which is it's just an on-off switch now. He just can turn to the Beast or turn back to his normal, human looking self, or non-blue looking self, I should say. So that was an interesting thing, because, beforehand he's had to, like this one at least, they've had to use him. He's had a serum that he takes to change, and now it's just an on-off switch. I don't mind that. Like I said, it is a little weird, if you know the comic book origins, the fact that he's always Beast. So the fact that he was switching it on and off was a little weird, but I was also like, okay, I get it. That's Hollywood stuff. That's Hollywood being a little lazy, or slash the actor not wanting to have to put the makeup on all the time, and I understood that. So that I kind of brush under the table. But yeah, I mentioned Jean briefly, but this whole movie is about her and the Dark Phoenix. I really, really enjoyed Sophie Turner's performance. I thought she did a great job, showing the struggle of somebody who's got this power inside of them that they can't control, and that they don't trust themselves, and everybody around them's telling them that they can trust them and that they can help, and she's just like, no, you just stop telling me I'm wrong. And I just really enjoyed her job, like her kind of story arc throughout this. Like I said, I don't know if it's exactly comic book accurate to the Dark Phoenix story. I don't think it is exactly, but it's pretty close. I know, her getting the Phoenix power from outer space, I think, is pretty close and similar. But I just really enjoyed it. I thought, like, particularly in the final battle when she, comes back to the good side and she's fighting off these aliens. There were aliens in this, yeah. And so when she was fighting off the aliens, and she's just using her powers to the full extent that they can be used, and just wiping people out, just embracing the fact that she's got this power. I just really enjoyed it. Anytime she was using the Dark Phoenix power, and just even when she had to fight off the Xmen themselves, I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great, and you really see the struggle with this character. She doesn't want to be bad, but she just, she keeps lashing out in a sense, and that comes out in a way it's a lot more powerful than most people's lashing out. And so it's really hard because everyone's telling her to calm down, and she's like, I don't want to be calm. And I just thought it was great. I really enjoyed all the scenes with her and the story overall. I would like to see more of these X-Men, but this is supposedly the final one, so it is a farewell. I thought they ended in a well enough way that I can be like, okay, now I can see where this kind of universe goes off on its own from here, and how it can play off in different, like how it can play out in different ways. So I thought it was really good, kind of story overall. Maybe not really good. I thought it was a good story overall. I enjoyed it. I liked it. Like I said in my other video, I like this one a lot more than Apocalypse. I think this one's up there with some of my favorite ones, mainly because how well I thought they did with using some of their abilities, some of the story. Yes, I could see with some people's problem with the story. I thought it was well enough done for a superhero film that I enjoyed it. I didn't think there was any glaring holes, but maybe I did miss something. But yeah, that's all my spoiler thoughts on X-Men Dark Phoenix. Be sure to let me know in the comments below what you thought about Dark Phoenix, what one of your favorite scenes were, what one of your favorite characters were from this, and if you liked it overall. But I'm always curious to hear that stuff. But thanks again for joining me today. Sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and have a good one.